Out Tuesday with licensed professional counselor Unetta Spring.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, man, I'm so excited about this, man. It is Talk It Out Tuesday with licensed professional counselor Unetta Spring. Come on. Man, good morning, Unetta.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing today?
So happy to have you. We, get our mind right. We be wanting to know this stuff. This stuff be deep, because we support people going to therapy. And this morning you're gonna be talking about self-sabotage. And yes, self-sabotage.
Yeah.
Now, what do you mean by self-sabotage?
Yeah, so we've been talking about making our mental health a priority, in 2021. So I really wanted to delve into the aspect of self-sabotage, just so we're clear of what that is and be able to identify if we are kind of operating this way. Because I think it's important to ask ourselves, how are we actually doing? Do we feel like we are really making our mental health a priority? And if we haven't, could it be that we are actually sabotaging ourselves, right? So I'll explain for clarity. Self-sabotaging is basically a behavior or thought patterns that hold us back from doing what we want to do or what we need to do. And it's when we actively or passively take steps to prevent ourselves from healing or reaching our goals, right? Right. So I think, sometimes we can get in the mindset that people are hating on us, right? People don't want us to win. People don't want us to be successful. And that could very well be true. But what happens when, that person is you, right? It can really be hard to accept, that you may actually be the toxic person that's hating on yourself.
Right.
That's consciously or subconsciously sabotaging your own progress. Because I always say it's not all about what somebody has done to us. We must also consider what we do to ourselves.
Right.
So in my practice as an EMDR therapist, I help adults who are stuck in negative cycles because of their childhood trauma. So the trauma wasn't their fault, but their healing becomes their responsibility, right?
Absolutely.
And, we can wonder why.
Say that part again right there. That is so important.
Yes. So the trauma wasn't your fault, but the healing is your responsibility.
Wow.
So how do you change the cycles, Unetta, especially, us as adults trying to find a significant other? A lot of times I see my girlfriends, they self-sabotage relationships. How do you get out of that habit of self-sabotaging your relationship? Before it even gets bad, they turn it bad.
Yep, absolutely. And it's a cycle. You get caught up in it, and it's really hard, So I have 5 reasons why we self-sabotage, right? So this can kind of give some clarity as to why this is continuing to happen. The first thing is you believe you're not worthy of good things, right? So if you don't believe you deserve it or you're worthy, then you kind of want to mess it up before it happens, prevent it from happening. The next one is you're afraid of failing. The next one is you don't want to look stupid, you don't want to feel shame, or whatever you're attempting to do isn't successful. The next one is you don't know how to ask for help. You don't know who to ask for help. You didn't really have examples, so you're kind of just trying to figure it out as you go.
Right.
And the next one is you want to soften the blow of disappointment. And the very last one I have is you procrastinate. So that there are issues, that there are things that need to be done, but you allow, that fear and that anxiety to cause you to just be stuck and not take the steps that you need to take to make things change, So, there are several reasons why we self-sabotage. I think at the core of it is just that 4-letter word that starts with an F. Which we could say on the radio because it's fear, it's not the other one. But, I think that is one of the reasons why, we do that. And I'm going to share with y'all one of my favorite quotes. And it's, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us.
Wow, that's deep.
That's
deep. That's beautiful. You hit a lot of pointers today. That's why people need to go to therapy and sit down because, man, you don't know how to fix your own mind, and you can't talk to somebody that needs therapy themselves, That's why I recommend everybody, go to therapy. So that was awesome this morning. Let everybody know how can they contact you.
Yeah, so if you want to reach out to me or if something, I said today resonates with you, get to the root of it, go to seek a therapist. And I can be found on Facebook and Instagram at Springforth Counseling. You can subscribe to Unetta Spring on YouTube, or you could find me on Clubhouse as Unetta Spring. Are y'all on Clubhouse?
No.
Yes.
No,
Not yet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not yet.
Be up in there.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
pretty
understand
cool.
it all the way.
I am. It's the next thing. Y'all better jump on that wave. That's how you're going to be generating money real soon.
Yeah,
Oh,
I got a few invites. If y'all want some, let me know. I'll
Ricky's
connect y'all
antennas
with
went
it.
up.
I'm telling you, I'm about to jump on there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
You know,
It's good ones and bad ones. So get in the
is.
good ones. It's a lot of learning tools and people giving away real gems in that thing where you can really, really learn and make some progress.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Man,
yeah,
you
and
know-
I have a resource. I'll go ahead and give you guys. If you text the word spring to 55444, I got 16 questions you can ask yourself if you self-sabotage.
Man, you know what I thought about, before we go?
What's that?
Never trust a man in a wheelchair with dirty shoes. That thing deep right there. That thing deep right there. That means...
It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.